This is the Negro Ninja. And before we start, I would like for y'all to take a look at the t-shirts in the description. Smoothly let people know what time it is with these shirts. And I also have masks. All right. And this is the Negro Ninja. And today I'm going to let this Reddit story play that pretty much illustrates this ain't shit spirit that a lot of hoes got. Okay. And why they end up in the predicament they are in due to that ain't shit spirit. All right. And it's also going to give you more psychology of like what they're thinking when they put dudes into the friend zone and etc. So let's listen.
Am I the a-hole stories? Am I the a-hole for not looking after a kid anymore? I, 27 male, used to live in a terrible apartment building. I had a neighbor right next to me called Sarah, approximately 24 female, who had a 6-year-old son Mark. I had lived there for 3 years, and moved out about 2 months ago. My grandfather passed away and left most of his money/possessions to me and my sisters. It wasn't much after taxes, but I was able to use it as a deposit on an apartment. Sarah and her son moved in about 4 to 5 months after I did, and although she didn't talk about it, I got the feeling that her ex hadn't been the greatest.
All right. You got the feeling that her ex hasn't been the greatest because she ain't the greatest bitch. Okay.
Would come round occasionally to check she was okay.
Okay, police had to come around and check to see if she was okay because the bitch don't give a fuck about nothing. Okay, she already fucking up just by this first description of her.
The kid was scared stiff of loud noises and yelling, etc. I worked from home, data analyst, so was around a lot.
All right. Notice how he says around a lot. And when a dude is around a lot, this makes them likely to be placed in the zone that they don't want to be in. Okay. And it's not just friend zones or anything when it comes to these hoes. They just put you in the worst positions because you're always around. You know, narcissists love to prey on what they're familiar with. So naturally, the guy that's more reliable is, this it's a big target. So anyway,
Mark used to go to a preschool while she worked, and then after he started school, he was supposed to go to an after-school child minding thing. Sarah works 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. as a nurse aide. Problem is that, back in March of last year, his after-school thing closed, and then a couple months later his school shifted all their learning online, while his mom only got busier because of the virus. I kept seeing him playing outside by the road or hanging off the balcony and was a bit worried for his safety, so started offering him hot chocolate and keeping an eye on him.
All right. Now, if the mom wanted to, she could have turned that around and made him seem like a creep or whatever. But she's playing an angle. Okay, he placed himself in this situation that he's talking about in the story. And it's not because, he was being naive per se, even though he kind of sort of is, but you got to live and learn. He was thinking about this kid and how there's no parents around. He don't want him to get hurt or whatever. And that was a very valiant and respectable motivation. Okay. And once again, he's always there. And guess what happens?
About a week later, Sarah came by and offered me $20.
And so it starts. Okay. She's handing him something because
she was very apologetic and explained that her parents disowned her and she couldn't afford a full-time nanny for him, but also couldn't afford to quit her job to keep an eye on him, which was basically her only other option.
All right, sob story. Okay, here's $20. She's taking his mind off the fact that she ain't about shit. Her parents disown her. That's distracting me. $20. Okay. Okay, but realistically, he just probably would have looked past that anyway because it's a bitch. And he thinking about her son. But she just going through her narcissistic motions, just distract him from her with the money. All right. And once again, if she gave a shit, then she wouldn't be in the situation that she's in to begin with. All right. These hoes have that ain't shit spirit. Okay, a bitch is just coming to your life just to block your path. These hoes is just like Snorlax from Pokemon Red and Blue on Game Boy. Okay, Snorlax got the whole forest. What this nigga doing in your path? Just like dealing with these hoes. She just want to be there. I just want to talk to you. Okay, so what you want to talk about? She just there. Okay, she want to talk, but no matter what you say, you can't get her to talk. You can't get her to engage. They'll just waste your time like that. Or they'll try, but just don't know what to talk about, which is just as stupid or if not worse. Okay, I just like being around you. So like, why you like being around me? You trying to get together? Like hoes are that stupid. Okay, hoes burning up. Ooh. Okay, so give me the pussy. Okay, like why would you be around me if you don't want to fuck? You know they'll play with you like that. They stupid. Okay, and it's because they don't give a shit. Okay, they don't give a shit because they simply cannot give a shit because there's nothing in them. Low frequency shit. Okay, which is why they go for the ain't shit motherfuckers, low frequency nigga. Okay, and you know the reason why she is so quick to burn bridges, and just ruin relationships is because she cannot sustain these things. All right, and why can she not sustain? She ain't got the energy. She dealing with the wrong niggas. They're taking energy from her while she's taking it from you. Okay, like an ain't shit nigga is the equivalent of a television, aka an idiot box. All right. There's nothing on it until the power turns it on. Okay. Nobody takes it seriously, but it gets a lot of respect when it is on. Okay, whether it's people, oh, I just want this nigga's entertaining, he's funny. Oh, look at what's on him. Hoes is on him. More easily than a lot of other dudes because he ain't got a lot going on. Just dumb fun. Okay, that's how hoes see it. And she's getting her power from you, whether you're a simp or not. Okay, hoes just got their way. They're just natural energy vampires. They play off of men's responsibility. So men are powerful anyway, so they just naturally get energy from us. These hoes. All right, let's listen to the rest of the story.
My older sister is a nurse, and I'd seen her looking shattered and with bruises on her face from her masks, so I felt really bad for them and offered to keep an eye on Mark while she worked since I was at home anyway and he's a cool kid. Long story short, I told Sarah in October I was moving out, and she was distraught about what she'd do with Mark. School/childcare still hadn't reopened here yet. I offered for her to drop him off at my new place while she was working, as a temporary solution during the virus. This had been working for the last couple of months, until I received a letter from a lawyer basically informing me that Sarah was filing for child support against me, as I had taken on a paternal figure in Mark's life. I immediately called Sarah and told her to come get Mark. We had a massive fight because basically she thinks I can afford it, so why shouldn't I pay it?
Okay, do y'all hear that shit there? Okay, she put this nigga on child support. Okay, because he's so good at helping her with the kid, and she sees him as a paternal figure. Okay, so what about niggas in the friend zone? Okay, do they see him as the nigga they should get with? Yes, they do. Okay, and they place him in the worst position. All right. Once again, people be like, "Oh man, you should approach these women. Do something, initiate, and this, that, and this." But how do you know if you're not placing yourself in the worst position just by doing something kind and nice or sweet? Okay, because you got to realize that there's nothing in a bitch. So what makes you think a hoe got common sense? Okay, you think that you're gonna get the right response? Okay, when there's nothing responsive in there. All right, these hoes is the equivalent of a nigga flatline. You see them like you probably don't even know they flatline. Oh, look at this person. He's just standing there with his eyes open. Okay, and they just need that joke. They ain't got shit in there. And when they do get the joke, they're just taking and giving it to somebody else. Okay, she liked the angle that this dude was in. Okay, if she was smart, she would have been trying to date this dude. That would have made more sense. Date, move in together or something. Okay, or at least if they was boyfriend and girlfriend, he'll be more obligated, you know, to take the kid with him wherever he was going or whatever. All right. And this pretty much goes to show you that whatever position the chick like you in, that's what she's gonna try to keep you in. Okay. A hoe is so retarded that she'll let you die in that position because she don't want you to move. All right, just think about the movie Titanic, and I believe that scene probably wasn't all that exaggerated. I believe that piece of wood that lady was sitting on was probably roughly the same size in real life. And she just right there being romantic, watching this nigga die and shit. It's just like looking at him. You're so sweet. It's just so beautiful that you would just do that for me. It's just so nice. When the more practical thing is, let's take turns and get in and out the water, or something like that. Shit. And first of all, bitch, it would have made more sense if you was in the water, cause you hoes take the hottest showers. What was some cold water gonna do to you, nigga? A hoe will watch a nigga sink in quicksand. Nigga be like, help. That is just so cute. Bitch, drag me out of here. Get the car. Okay, they just stuck. Like, that's how narcissistic bitches are. Okay, whatever image is there, that's the image they want to keep. Okay, which is ironic because they bitches stay running, but they stay stuck on some stupid shit that don't convenience a nigga. All right, let's listen to the rest.
After she picked him up, I blocked her number and contacted a lawyer who told me that I would probably be fine as I'm not his dad, and I never offered to take care of him in any financial way.
I don't know. I have seen people make videos that was in situations like that for real. Okay, somebody even told me what to do in situations like that. Okay, when I first started YouTube on them streams, they were talking about this shit. So hopefully everything work out good for this dude.
Sarah has been in touch with my sisters who think that I'm doing the right thing not paying, but I'm being a jerk by refusing to look after Mark anymore. I feel horrible since he's probably back to being stuck in those crappy apartment blocks again. But I also don't want to risk a court case. Am I the a-hole for refusing to look after him while...
All right, let me go back and read this. Okay, so basically, this is one of the main reasons why I don't particularly care for my family to get too familiar with my friends. It's okay for people to be cool, but these are my friends. Okay, you don't want nobody that you bring around your family to get too buddy buddy with them because of shit like this. She gets close to his sisters, and she essentially turned the sisters against the brother. Now, one would say, well, not really, because they think that he's right for not paying the child support. No, but they think that he should still watch that little nigga. Okay, I don't know if the kid is evil, but he's the product of ain't shitness. The daddy ain't shit, the mommy ain't shit. And once again, where's the daddy mentioned in this whole thing aside from the fact that, oh, her ex must not be the best guy in the world? That's the only time you heard him mentioned. Okay, nobody is placing responsibility on that nigga. Like I said, okay, them niggas are just the idiot box. Okay, and the hoes power them, and even the sisters in this case is powering this nigga. Okay, they just watching them. They're not taking them seriously. Okay, like the TV's on and it's playing, but nobody's really taking it that seriously. Okay, people hold the man that's gonna pay the electric bill accountable. Okay, the power generator outside accountable, however you want to compare it. Okay, and this also goes to show you that, these bitches are the same. These bitches don't got a mind, they got a program. Now, they say you should watch the kid, but will most likely agree, even the wife, I mean, not the wife, but the girl that put him in a situation, would agree if a girl got an abortion. It's her body, her choice. Okay, but they don't want to watch the kids. Okay, bitch, why y'all ain't watching the kids? Why you putting it off on the brother? Okay, he's the scum of the earth according to them because he don't want to pick up after another man's trash. Okay, why didn't she put the baby daddy on child support? That's what I'm talking about. It don't make any sense. Okay, bitch living an ain't shit life, ain't shit consequences. Okay, and I don't know if I've said this in this draft, but that was the bitch I was talking to on Omega. I talked to her for a long time. Okay, about 3 days maybe. We talked a few times. Okay, and I think yesterday she was acting funny with me. Okay, we can talk for hours and all that type of stuff. She, asking me about some stuff that's deep or whatever. Okay, she has a boyfriend and all that type of stuff. She don't really like him like that. And I was like, how's everything going? What's good? Then she told me about that incident. Oh, it was going bad, but it's good now. I said, I already told you. I already know it's gonna be bad. Okay, and so we're just talking or whatever. And she being a little emo today or whatever. And then I sarcastically say, it's okay, sweetie, it's okay. Don't call me sweetie. Okay, I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Usually, because I say crazier stuff than that to her, but sweetie is what set her off. That's stupid. Well, I don't know you. I said, bitch, we've been talking for like 3 days. That don't make any sense. Okay, so yeah, but you're still just a stranger, and let's keep it that way. Like the more she basically is telling me that she just don't care about nothing in general. I said, you hoes act like y'all don't care about nothing or something. I just don't care about nothing in general. And then she said that she lost all feelings for her boyfriend. I just lost all feelings for him. She's making it seem like he the bad guy when she most likely is the one that was the cause of all that shit she was talking about anyway. And then she was just getting high off of the I don't give a fuckness, the ain't shitness. And she's normally pretty nice and kind and chill. You can skip me if you want. I'm like, you on some other shit today. Okay. And if you ever look, you ever notice, like the type of dudes that these hoes pick, they got the same facial expression like these fuck boys and shit, or like the ain't shit dudes I'm talking about. They be like this, the little shitty face. Okay, and you gotta realize that hoes are in love with their image. That's why they pick stupid, unresponsive motherfuckers. In love with their image. And they're in love with the image they like to place somebody that is superior in. And this whole story with this dude in the Reddit story pretty much proves my point about the better you are as a man, the goofier the situations a chick will place you in. You get in shit goofy situations dealing with bitches, the ex boyfriend, okay, and they didn't necessarily say if the ex still comes into the picture or not, which I'm pretty sure he does. He's not in goofy situations like that. He just living, as far as I can tell, problem free. At least not these type of problems. Okay, and all this started with was a dude just doing the right thing. Okay, niggas doing the right thing. These hoes, hey, what's up? Damn, I wouldn't have said shit to you if I knew you was gonna place me in a dumbass zone that I ain't want to be in. Okay, now once again, these bitches burn bridges and they do stupid shit because there's nothing in them to sustain, anything that is steady or pleasant. Okay, she could not even watch her own kids, so she had to put a nigga on child support just because he did one kind gesture. That is crazy. Okay, and let me read back real quick. All right, let's see. We had a massive fight because basically she thinks I can afford it, so why shouldn't I pay for it? Now let's go back to the friend zone. Okay, and especially hoes that you know as a hoe or whatever. Okay, she can afford to break you off, but she's not gonna do it. Okay, she break off everybody else, but you, on the other hand, here's some candy for everybody. You, I don't have any. I just I ate the bag by myself. Okay, just flat out lie to you. Okay, okay, and as soon as you leave, she handed out candy again. And then chick is so fucked up that if she decided to give you candy, it'd be candy that everybody licked on. Okay, hey, everybody just lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. Hey, I have some candy for you. Would you like some? You got to be very careful. Okay, and that more or less is the equivalent of the part in the story to where she gave that nigga $20. Okay, how did she get the $20? You got to think about this stuff. And then you got to think about how nasty money is. Where has the $20 been? Was it between her ass crack or somebody else's? Is she a stripper on the side? You never know. All right. Now, once again, bitches are just like Snorlax. They just there. Okay, you know what else hoes is really like? Okay, bitches are just like that ball and castaway. Okay, and what make this deep is let's go back to the situation of the sisters have being fair weather sisters and turning against him. Talking about he should be watching the kids. That whole situation represents a dude being by himself on an island and all the elements against him. That's what it's like being a man. You only got God. God gives you the wisdom to figure out a way to survive in that situation. So he's on an island by himself. Everything is against him. The elements, maybe stuff biting him, flying around, biting him, and possibly crabs. Okay, he just there, just going insane because that's essentially how it is when you're just trying to explain stupid shit to people you by yourself. And he just sees this ball. Ball ain't got no purpose, but he gives it a purpose, like a hole. Okay, and like a hole, the ball is inflated with nothing but air and just hollow on the inside, just air. Okay, he draws some eyes on it and they call it Wilson. Hey Wilson, you're my buddy. That's what niggas really do to hoes. Okay, and if I'm not sure if Wilson deflated in the story, but if he did, I'm pretty sure um, Tom Hanks felt bad or whatever. I think the movie's called Outcast, right? Castaway, ain't it? He felt as if he lost something that was real when it never was real. He could have just as easily gave purpose to a pebble. Okay, and that's probably what he should have gave purpose to, a pebble or a boulder, because it would have just stayed there the whole time. Okay, ironically, he wouldn't have to worry about it sinking or nothing. He probably wouldn't even be able to move it, if it was big. So, and that's just basically what that is. All right, except a hole is more dangerous than that. Just think about a pebble getting up and stab you in the back or whatever, or telling the enemy where you hiding out at. Okay, and one thing I need to say before I forget is that whole $20 story is a foreshadowing to what he was, what he should have expected anyway. The parents disown her due to her lifestyle. She just don't give a shit. Okay, like she didn't give a shit enough to try to preserve that good thing that she had going with him. Okay, all she had to do was just pay that nigga. Hey, look, you know what? Hey, let me pay you to watch my kid. Take him with you. I'm gonna pay you real quick. I'm gonna pick him up or whatever. And she could have did something. Okay, but the only thing she could think to do was be destructive because they destructive people because they ain't shit. Okay, ain't shit spirit, ain't shit desires, ain't shit actions, ain't shit lifestyle. Bitch ain't shit, and that's what she ended up with is a piece of shit and a chip of that piece of shit, which was the kid. Okay, and once again, I don't know if the kid is good or evil, but he's still a product of ain't shitness. Okay, now if the dude was to have turned his back and allowed that kid to harm himself or perish, he it would have been tragic, but at the same time, he would not have been wrong to do it. Because the parents ain't shit, and that's just fucked up to say. All right, and what people fail, this is what hoes fail to understand. Okay, like the hoe that I was just telling y'all about on Omegle, she just didn't give a shit about nothing. She the type of bitch that'll probably be in a situation like this. That's what your decisions get you. Okay, ain't shit life. Okay, you don't just live for yourself, you live for others. You got to watch how you can make things hard for your kids by being an ain't shit bitch. Because if she was about shit, she would have reproduced with it. Nigga, that was about something. And that wouldn't even been an issue. His ass would have been over there watching the kid. And that's all I got to say for this rant. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today, Negro out.